Hey, this is BlindFox and welcome at my Ration review. Please support the channel, please subscribe and please go and donate on patreon.com. So today's ration we got from Rocket Store on eBay, Rocket Store 2016, go and check them out. They are based in Russia and they've got a lot of Russian stuff. So this is the dinner portion of our Russian winter ration, IRP number 3. So this already expired, but I did keep it in a nice cool place. So let's check out dinner. Welcome at dinner. Before we start, I did check this out in breakfast, and this did keep warm for quite some time, about an hour or two. You just have to move it about a bit and then it heat up again. So this was quite good. We did check out the moist outlet. It was nice. It is nice and wet and it dry quickly. We're going to do our chocolate nuts or chocolate hazelnut or chocolate nut spread. We're going to do the cheese. I like Russian cheese. I think we had this before. We are going to do the peas and ham or peas and beef. I'm not sure which one, but we're going to do this. We're going to do the soup. Looks like a vegetable soup. We're not going to do the, what do you call it? We're not going to do the vitamin tablet. I just don't want to drink any vitamin I don't really know about. It doesn't want to open. This is just a normal one vitamin tablet. This is the spoon and we've got the serviette. We are finally going to remember to check out the gum. Going to do the tea. We're not going to use all of this tremendous amount of sugar. This is really a lot of sugar. So this ration do have a lot of sugar if you want to use it. There's some pepper and salt. We'll put this aside if we want to use it. Here's still one of the tomato sauces left. This is some powdered milk. I've had this before and it is really nice. And we've got our one pack of biscuits and the one we didn't use at lunch. So this is going to be our dinner. There's no 10 notches here. This does smell very soupy. There you can see it there in the deeps. Just normal soup powder. Okay, this I'm going to heat up before I open it. I'm not going to open it on camera since some of the others sort of spurted a bit. I'm going to heat up the cheese as well. This is just normal powdered milk. This is tea. It does have a little 10 notch, but it sometimes doesn't want to open properly. It's just a normal black tea bag. The Russian teas are not very, it's just a bit boring for me, but doesn't really matter. So we'll go and heat this up and we'll be back. Oh yeah, the powdered milk does have a 10 notch, quite a deep 10 notch. This is most likely why it always gets a hole, but this one luckily did not. The previous one I did get a little hole in it. Alright, let's get started. This is the milk. I've mixed it with hot water because I want to do something. This is one of the best powdered milks I've ever tasted. So we're going to add a bit of this chocolate paste to the milk. I've tasted this. This tastes just like some of the chocolate nut paste that is inside of chocolates. It's really nice. I haven't heated this up, so this is quite a thick paste now. Just gonna add some to the milk. and hope it melts. We'll be back now. So this paste, very sweet, very chocolatey, very nutty. It really tastes like the inside. I'm not sure what you call this, but it's sort of what you get sometimes in the inside of chocolates. That specific paste. Really, this is really nice. I'll taste it with a biscuit just now. But I've added to the milk and it will just have to mix in a bit. So let's park the milk somewhere. And then we'll taste the rest. We'll start with our soup. Sort of a vegetable soup. There is some croutons in there. I just ate them up because I don't like them soaking in the soup. But you do get some croutons. So let's taste this. I'm not sure if there's chicken in as well, but this is a vegetable-y smell. Nice savory soup. Not very salty. I hope I've added the right amount of water. It's not extraordinarily salty. You get the slight soup taste. Quite nice. So let's start tasting this stuff. This is the normal crackers. Really hard, a bit bland. Let's do the cheese. I've heated the cheese up a bit. The cheese, a bit melty. So let's taste this. Nice and sticky. Tastes like processed cheese. Not as salty as some, but a nice light cheese flavor. So let's taste this on this. The cheese isn't as salty as some cheeses, but because the biscuits are so bland, you do still get the cheese taste. A slight bit of salt would have gone well still with this. Just put it out right there. And while we've got this open, let's just check out our chocolate on the biscuits. As I said, very paste-like. Smells, you do get that nut smell. Very sweet. This is a good dessert. But we'll put it aside as well. And let's do our tomato sauce on the biscuits. I don't know what I did with my knife. I must actually go and look for it. I moved it somewhere and I can't find it now. This for some reason to me smells somewhat cinnamony. There we go. This tastes much more sort of tomato sauce ketchup to me than it does anything else. Does taste very ketchup-like. There's a cracker. Let's taste this on this. Definitely sort of tomato sauce ketchup-like. Get that slight burn to this. This is not a this is not for me a tomato puree thing, so this is much more ketchup tomato sauce type thing. Can eat it with the biscuits, but I don't really, it doesn't really go for me with the biscuits. So what did we, we need to check out this, the peas and the beef. This is dried peas that was cooked with beef. I think it's beef or meat anyway, can't remember which ones. So this is normal beef or meat with just dried peas, so let's check it out. Again, a bit bland. You can add some salt here, it will improve it, but not very flavorful, so I think this is a proper thing to add the tomato sauce with, to get that tomatoiness. Definitely more tomato sauce as in ketchup flavor than it is a tomato puree. Then it tastes like those, the vegetable caviar. So let's mix this. Okay, I've mixed it in. Definitely the way to go. You can see there's a nice piece of meat. This just gives the slight burn, the tomato flavor. The meat is soft, the peas are soft. Adding this tomato flavor with this just lifts it up a level. So then when you add the tomato sauce, don't add salt. There's enough salt in the tomato sauce. This is good. So truly add the tomato sauce if you've got this meal with your peas and meat. It really goes well there. So let's check out our milk now. It had some time to absorb some of the chocolate. Oh yes, this is delicious. This is extraordinarily, this powdered milk is extraordinarily creamy, and adding the chocolate spread here really gives you extraordinarily, you don't want to add too much because then it's too sweet, but it gives you a lovely chocolatey nut flavor, very sweet of course, but you get that creaminess and the creaminess of the spread. This is really, really nice. I think this will go well in the winter. It's cold, very cold there in Russia. Not as cold here. But this is excellent. This is truly excellent chocolate milk. Brilliant. Get this. You still taste the creaminess of this milk. It's just good. And now we've got the tea to end everything. Tea is just a normal black tea. Nothing much about it, but after this really sweet meal, because that chocolate stuff is really sweet, it really goes down well. You can still of course add a lot of sugar here. You can also add some of the powdered milk into the tea, or you can save some of the condensed milk we had at breakfast and add it also to the tea. But I hate sweet milk tea, but this is nice, truly. And the only thing we haven't really tasted was this chewing gum. This smells minty. This is just a normal little briquette. Right, it breaks, so it just looks like normal inside. Alright. Okay, this has got a really strong, the gum has got a really strong mint flavor. It's almost a contender for the some of the Hall's menthol gum you get in some of the South African rations. They don't always get the same gum in the South African rations because they change it, but for that Hall's menthol stuff, this is definitely a contender for strongness. So this was our dinner. A lovely end to the meal. Brilliant meal. I like this chocolate stuff. Really sweet. Lovely dessert. The biscuits are a bit hard. It's really, they taste a lot like the Polish ones, just not as thick, but still they've got the same hardness to it. The cheese is nice, quite a nice cheese flavor. The tomato sauce doesn't really for me go with the biscuits, it's more for mixing in with your food. And when you add this tomato sauce, it just lifts this peas and beef up a bit. Brilliant. You don't have to eat all of this at once, you can sort of split this into two sort of parts maybe, because it's quite a large dinner. Soup. Not a strong flavored soup, but it's a nice warm thing to drink. It's not very salty as well. And then the chocolate milk, brilliant, brilliant. I can't remember. I've watched somebody's ration and they said you could do it. That's why I'm trying it. I can't remember whose I watched. But this is brilliant. It's chocolate milk, and the tea is just fine tea. So that was our dinner and the last video in this meal. It was a nice meal. And I think when I did the unboxing, this is a very, very heavy meal. You can't really ship South Africa in the normal shipping. So I had to pay a bit extra for Rocket Store to deliver it. I was so glad it got here. And nothing was broken. Everything was fine. So this was a brilliant meal. And a brilliant ration. If you can get your hands on this, it's a bit heavier than the rest. It's got extra stuff, which is nice. Really, although most of the Russian main meals are a bit bland, the extra stuff that you get with the meals are excellent. But if you never had a Russian ration, get a Russian ration. It's brilliant. And as I said, this tomato sauce just sort of lifted up the meal. I don't know if there's other menus. This one was IRP menu free. So I don't know if there's other winter menus. But this one, really nice. Really interesting components overall in this menu. So get yourself a Russian winter ration. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So this was the end of my little review. Really like this. And as I said, I got this from Rocket Store on eBay, Rocket Store 2016. They are based in Russia. Go and check them out. Very nice rations. So thanks for watching. Please support the channel, please subscribe, please go and donate on patreon.com, and see you at my next ration review.